On the way to a shoot, we stopped in Apalachicola to get some footage. There were no nets in the shrimp boats, and despite the fact that the winter oysteries have just been opened, we saw more oyster boats in the street than in the water. 90% of Florida's oysters are harvested in Apalachicola Bay. The oysters, shrimp, and crabs harvested in the bay rely on fresh water from the Apalachicola River. A drought is affecting the Apalachicola and the rivers that feed it, the Flint and Chattahoochee. Those rivers are located in Georgia and Alabama.
In May of this year, we sent a call to the governor's office of all 3 states, asking them to try to recognize the significance of the drought that we were in. Meanwhile, the declining harvest numbers have steadily whittled away at the incomes of the folks that are down there doing the harvesting, the shucking, the processing, and it finally just reached a critical point to where people can't make their house payments. They can't, they don't know where their meals are coming from. It just got that bad, and that's what led to the final call for the emergency meeting.
That emergency meeting was held on the same day we were shooting in town. The governor requested that the U.S. Department of Commerce declare a federal fishery disaster. This crisis was a long time in the making, and people have been fighting to protect the Apalachicola for decades. Gathered at this table are many of the paddlers taking part in this year's Rivertrek fundraiser. They've collected pledges to paddle the length of the river over 5 days. The over $15,000 they have raised will help the Apalachicola Riverkeeper in its fight for the river.
If nothing else, you will bring a lot of attention to the importance, the uniqueness of the Apalachicola system. And hopefully we can, provide people answers of what they can do to help the situation.
In the Grass on the Reef will be making the trip down the river this year. You can follow along from October 10th through 14th at wfsu.org/coastal ecology.
In the Grass on the Reef is funded by the National Science Foundation.